G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today I'm going to discuss what is White Label SEO and how to find the best White Label SEO services. Let's jump into it. So as you can see in this wonderful diagram behind me, you can see the client, you, and let's just say Osborne Digital Marketing. So what is White Label SEO Services and how does it work? Now essentially White Label Services is where you get an agency owner, as an example like ODM, Osborne Digital Marketing, like myself, to perform the SEO work on your behalf. So let's just say you have someone, you're kind of interested in SEO, you have a family friend, they have a plumbing business, they have anything that you know could benefit from SEO, but you're just not extremely confident at doing the SEO yourself. Well, White Label SEO would do the work for you. So as an example, the client will work with you. So they'll say, hey Joe, I need this work done. I want you to help me rank. Well, what Osborne Digital Marketing would do is actually perform the work, but only interact with you. So you'll shovel the work out to ODM and ODM would do all the work and then it's all done for you. So like the guest post, like the backlink building, like the website optimization, on page, off page, technical, all of it's done by Osborne Digital Marketing. That's essentially what White Label SEO is. Now, what is the benefit, the pros and cons of White Label SEO? Well, White Label SEO means that you don't need to stress about doing the work. So White Label SEO is fantastic for someone that is new to the game of search engine optimization. Perhaps you only know a little bit about it. Perhaps you're a really time poor agency owner, whatever it may be. You might have a lot of work coming in. You can't do it all yourself. Been there numerous times. It does get hard and you will need outside help. So instead of you actually recruiting your own team, you can involve a white label agency to do the work for you whilst you still put your markup on top. That is when it would be beneficial to utilize a white label agency. All right. Now, the thing when it comes to white label agencies, you want to ensure that you find the best white label agency out there for white label SEO services. You do not want to work with the mediocre ones that appear online. I've tried them all and I like testing my competitors. In fact, swear to you, yesterday, I got a phone call from an agency. Now, these guys were an SEO agency calling me up, offering white label SEO services to help out, lighten the load. So I figured, whilst on this call, and they're telling me about all the clients they've worked with and all the results they've achieved, I Googled their business. They came up underneath their Facebook page. Guys, when you're looking for a white label SEO agency, make sure that you work with someone with a bit of credibility. So if you're trying to find a white label SEO service, look for someone, mainly a digital marketing agency that's done well. Now, there's a lot of guys out there that offer white label services. Why? Because think about, back to my diagram. Let's say something goes wrong. Who gets burnt in this image? You do. You get burnt. The client doesn't know that I was the one that was behind your SEO efforts. So if something goes wrong, you're the one that gets in trouble. That's why a lot of people like doing white label SEO, because they don't have to deal with clients. They don't have to deal with the fallout if something goes wrong. Because what would you do? Oh, sorry, sir. I was actually sending your work out to someone else and I was putting a mark. You're not going to say that. And that's why a lot of people find themselves in a lot of strife with white label. I've tested some reputable names out there with their white label services and it was horrendous. Horrendous. So tip for you, the ones that are ranking at the top of Google and doing quite well for all of that type of stuff, don't use them. Don't use the big things. And think of anything that's big in white label SEO. I didn't have good results. Really bad. Test it out for yourself, but I assure you, you're going to be paying $250 for an article that you can get someone on Fiverr to do for $5. So that's a really, really critical factor of white label SEO services. You need to ensure that you are protected. So when you're trying to find someone, make sure you work with an agency that's reputable. Now, do I offer white label services? No, I don't. No, I don't, because it's not something I really do. I prefer this model, working directly with the client, because then I'm in control of everything. There's no one in between. But I have helped people out in the past, and that's what people should do. But when you're trying to find someone, look for someone that you know that has a bit of credibility. Try and work with an agency owner that actually works with clients directly, not so much down the path of just someone who advertises white label SEO because you think your life will be easier. I assure you, you'll find yourself up to here in just pain and just tragedy. It is not worth it for you. So when you're trying to vet, bring up my notes here. When you're trying to vet a white label SEO agency, you need to ensure that you ask for case studies. Big red flag if they sit there. Let's, again, back to this example. Say you're trying to work with Osborne Digital Marketing for white label services. You should be asking me, all right, Ronald, I'm interested in your white label services. Show me your case studies. I sit there and go, yeah, well, we can't disclose that information because of NDAs. Red flag. It's as red as the shirt I'm wearing. Run away. Run away. Because they should be able to sit there and go, well, this is what happened with this client. Now, keep in mind, that is what a lot of white label SEO agencies will do. They will sit there and say, I can't show you that information. I can't divulge that. Because then someone will actually complain about us or it's against the law. And yeah, it's kind of true. They shouldn't be. If in this model back here, the client is dealing with you. So Osborne Digital Marketing shouldn't be saying that, hey, I ranked this client. Because it's technically you that ranked this client. So yeah, you can get in a little bit of strife there, but you still should be able to show case studies. Guys, I've spoken, and do it yourself. Type in Google, have a look at the big guys, and go and ask them for some case studies. It's quite interesting, the stories they'll give you on why they can't give you a case study. Massive red flag. If the white label SEO agency cannot give you an actual case study, at least a fair few of them, because if they're doing white label, they should be pretty big and they should know what they're doing. Yeah, run. I assure you, you'll be in a lot of trouble if you cannot be presented with that. Now, not only that, show data that is up to date. So if you're white label, right? So again, let me just clean up this example here. Let me clean up all of this. We don't want that. So this is the process, right? This is how it's all working. The client comes to you, you come back to me, and then I produce the work, and then the work comes out to you. That is what white label SEO is, all right? Then you present all of that to the client. Now, before you start working with me, let's say I've given you case studies and you're like, damn, Ron, okay, happy with that. Fantastic results achieved there. I like what you've been able to do. The next step, look at the reporting that they're going to give you, okay? Now, when I work with my clients, some clients are actual commercial businesses with multiple locations. The reporting does need to be quite good. It needs to be structured quite efficiently. It needs to be taken quite seriously. But my local plumbers that I work with, they don't care because they know how often the phone's ringing. They're like, great work, Ronnie. That's it. That's how those phone calls go. Hey, mate, how's everything going? Fantastic, bro. Phone calls are coming in. Beautiful. That's my monthly meeting. So again, the client will depend on the structure. But if you're utilizing a white label SEO service, you should be asking about reports. They should always be giving you something that's detailed and structured. So again, in the situation that you were to use Osborne Digital Marketing white label services as an example, you would want to know that at the end of every month, regardless, even if this is a plumber or a law firm, you're going to get documentation stating what I've done. That is very, very important, okay? Very, very important. The other thing that you need to check with the white label SEO agency is that I'm pricing it accordingly. So let's just say they have a budget of 1K, all right? That's their budget. They've come to you, said, all right, Ron, it's 1K. And I've come to you and said, yep, no worries, we can do that, but it's actually going to cost a little bit more. Where it might actually only cost a little bit. Now, I do have a video on how to price your SEO services accurately. I'll try and get that bad boy to pop in. Click on that. That's literally a walkthrough on how you can price an SEO, like from start to finish. Guys, you'll know once watching that video, you'll know how to price an SEO SEO service, sorry. So watch that video. That's something to know. You've got to make money at the end of the day whenever you're utilizing white label SEO services. So ensure you do that. Now, a couple of tips and tricks if you are using white label services that I will give you before we conclude this video is don't just think it's set and forget. Huge mistake, guys. They will do weird and wonderful things. All right, especially if you go overseas SEO. They're going to do some things in there that you're going to sit there and be like, what? Like changing everything. And like, this is what one of the white label SEO agencies that I contracted to do jobs with, they changed everything on the homepage. So they put all of the main services that the business did, and changed everything to a H1. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? Why would they do that? That's against Google guidelines. That should not be happening. Every single title was changed to a H1. That's black hat ads. Guys, if you're working with a white label SEO agency, make sure they're not doing black hat stuff, because that is, again, who has the blowback there? You. So make sure that they only perform white hat stuff. Super, super important. If this client is happy with the black hat stuff and you've explained that to them and you've explained to me as an example, okay, we can go down that path because it's a lot cheaper, faster results. You know how it goes. But ultimately, if you're working with a white label agency, should always be white hat SEO performed. Now, the other thing is you don't always need to have this structure. Okay, so a lot of people, so let's just say again, you have a friend, you think that you need this structure of comes into you feed to me, I feed back to you, you present the results to the clients. No, that's not how it always needs to be. So I have, through my years of doing this and through my years of business coaching, consulting, I constantly get a lot of referrals. So the way it works for me a lot of the times is someone might talk to someone that I'd worked with in the past. So let's say I'd worked with you in the past, and your friend that owns a plumbing business or a law firm, whatever it may be, a medical clinic, whatever it may be. And they say, hey mate, how come your phone's ringing all the time? How come your business is just on point? You've increased revenue by 25%. What's going on? Instead of you sitting there going, oh, I know a little bit about SEO, I'll sell you the same services and I'll put a markup on top, you can refer the client to someone like me. And this is actually what I do instead of white label SEO, because again, then it's this relationship happening. This can mean a payment to you. And a lot of agencies will actually do this. So let's say you do have that friend, you do want to submit that referral, essentially a lead finding fee can be definitely paid. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you're looking at trying to make money through this method where it is you set up a business, you want to do SEO in the future, I would only do white label SEO if that is your intention, to actually perform your own SEO services to have this relationship in the future. But if you always plan on sort of having this in the middle, you need to ensure, one, you have a really solid company behind you that does your white label, and you're going to go through a lot of people until you find someone that you can trust, or you just sell the leads and you ask for a snippet every single month if possible, or for the whole duration of it, however it may be. So when it comes to white label SEO, these are the types of things that you can do. I hope I've explained the actual what is white label SEO. I hope now you know as well, if you are looking for a white label SEO agency, you know what to do. You know how to vet them, because those tips that I gave you are critical for finding someone that will actually help you get results and not land you in hot water. Trust me, guys, I've tried a lot of them for helping me out even when I have been snowed under, and a lot of them are not good. There's only a few that I can recommend, and if you do want to know who they are, reach out to me. Be more than happy to help. But for now, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video on what is white label SEO and how to find the best white label SEO services. Cheers, guys.